And we're back. So we have another episode of AdeptiCon Talks, and I have Joe and Andrew with me here to talk about board gaming at AdeptiCon. And I think there's probably a number of people that don't even realize that you can do board gaming at AdeptiCon. Though it is marketed as a miniature wargaming convention, you can't deny that board games have been making an increasing presence and gaining a bigger and bigger audience for gaming in general. Yeah. And it's really pretty special that you can do that also at the convention.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So how does somebody go about doing board gaming at the show?
At the show, I believe we're offering a weekend badge for board gaming. I think it's $25 if I remember right. Don't quote me on that, but that gets you access to the board gaming area, and I believe also Fantasy Flight Games is like X-Wing and things like that. With that, we have at this point, I think it's extensive for how short a time we've been doing. We've got over 200 titles in our library. A lot of them have been donated by either vendors of ours or companies that want to have their games in our library just to get the exposure. We do a library, just like a library. You check them out, you play them, you bring them back. You can check out another one, do the same. Last year was the first year we ran board gaming as an entire weekend experience rather than just what has been happening was a Sunday night board game night hosted by D6 Generation. That Sunday night still goes on with D6 Generation, but we just expanded our side of it to the full weekend.
That's great. That's really great. So, like you said, it functions like a library where you can check things in and out. So is it completely non-competitive and it just allows you the opportunity, or is there a competitive aspect?
There is competitive. We ran 9 tournaments last year and had mixed results on attendance and stuff. So we've learned kind of what's popular, and what we thought might have been popular wasn't as much. And so we've kind of adjusted it this year to try and build the reputation of we are doing board games, not just miniatures anymore. So we were going to have another, I think, what did we do, 8 or 9 board game tournaments this year again.
9 currently scheduled, and there might be some more added later on.
Are they then for particular games?
Yeah, we're doing some of the crowd favorites like Settlers of Catan, Ticket to Ride. Last year we had a sponsored tournament from Yellow Games, King of Tokyo, where they sponsored us, and it was actually a qualifier to earn entry into Gen Con, one of their national championships.
Oh, awesome.
We're hoping to get that back again. We still in talks with that, but yeah, just a lot of,
That's really nice.
Favorites, yeah.
That's really nice because we've talked about it over and over again. Everything costs money, of course, and so if you only have X number of dollars to spend on things, having the option to try something to determine whether you really like it, and then say, yes, I need to go get that game, then that's a really great place to do it, because you might not get the opportunity to do that otherwise.
Right.
Yep, definitely. I know our library is very diverse. There's lots of games I haven't even seen ever before, and it is like, wow, I didn't know that was out there. Let me at least look at it. If you just want to read the rules even. Because some of the games just don't have the rules online. Is it even something I want to purchase?
Just the way people used the library last year was interesting. Some people just checked out games to read the rules by themselves, bring it back, and never play it.
Really?
Some people checked it out with a group of friends. Other people would come up and ask for suggestions. And we have a group that runs our library that a good amount of knowledge there, so they can give you some good recommendations of the ones they know, and
I think that aspect of it has been really great since the show has been going on, because if you're coming here with a group of people that are participating, say, in a tournament, but you're not playing in that tournament, there's a really nice outlet for you to have something interesting to do while you're at the show. So you can, if you come with family or you come with friends, or you find another person who's in the same boat as you, and say, hey, you want to play a game of something? Because I'm sure if you have access to such a variety of things, you're going to find something, and especially if you have knowledgeable people back there that can give like a good suggestion. You want to try something that's relatively simple to pick up and play. Do you like more complex things? Tell me something that maybe I've never heard of before. Like that kind of aspect to it gives you a really good way to try some different things.
last year, the hottest game that was checked out a lot from our library is one that I hadn't even heard of until the convention, and it was brought to us by Cat and Mouse Games. We didn't have it in our library. It was a game called Camel Up.
I've never heard of that one.
It's a dice rolling camel racing game.
No kidding.
But it's quick, simple rules, fun, and fast paced. It was a good one.
Yeah,
that's fun.
So it's so hard with how much board gaming is booming it right now. It's so hard to predict what's going to be hot and not. So it's just kind of it's a very, very fast moving target when you're trying to pick out what's hot and what's not.
Definitely. What's probably the most popular game that people look for? Or is there such?
I don't know if there is.
I don't think there is a most popular game, but the one that the games like Settlers of Catan and Ticket to Ride that do have that crossover appeal when it's not just the hardcore gamers, it's their girlfriends, their wives, their kids. Some of those tend to be played more often because it hits a lot more targets than some of the other games. But it's just depending on what experience you're looking for in the board game, because there really is a great game for everyone out there.
So then, on AdeptiCon's site, is there you can purchase this option for the board gaming direction then in the cart like you would for the other events?
So yeah, and instead the standard 4-day badge will get you access to the board game library. But then if you just want to come to AdeptiCon and play board games and check out from the game library, you can do the board game badge,
which is reduced.
Which is a reduced rate
from the total.
Otherwise, the tournaments, there's a small additional fee for the play in the tournaments because there is the potential for prizes. But beyond that, you have a badge, come visit us at the game library and check out a game, enjoy, hang out with friends.
I believe we're going to be located in the coat closet again, like last year.
Closet. You know what? It actually works out in a really good spot because people are passing by there regardless, and so hitting on the comment we said earlier where somebody was like, "Oh my, you can play board gamings at AdeptiCon." The nice thing is, if you do have the luxury of getting to the show, you will walk right by it, so you will have the opportunity to see that that's available. But people should definitely explore that more because board gaming. It just appeals to so many different people. And then a lot of the board game titles hit on subject matter that maybe is more widely recognized by the public because there's things that are based out of the TV world or movie world or things like that, that you, at the very least, you might not know how to play the game, but you're aware of kind of what it's about, and that kind of helps draw people into that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, Gale Force 9 is one of our longtime sponsors, and they do a real good job of that with Firefly and with Spartacus and with the pop culture games. Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you so much for having a chat with us.
Thank you.
Is there anything new or different this year that people should pay attention to?
Actually, we're trying out something new. We're still working with a couple of groups. But you may get to see demo tables from actual companies here at the board game area.
Nice. That'll be very good.
Or if it's not the actual company, maybe some other companies that have demo teams that will work with them. So
Great.
And the other thing that we haven't mentioned is our play to win. We plan on having some more play to win again this year.
Oh, fabulous.
And so come on by, play the game. You get your name entered on in to win the game at the end of the convention.
What's not to love about that? Getting to leave with something that you might already enjoy. So much fun. So you've seen it here. Make sure if you get to the show, you come on out and have a go at some of the board gaming. Make sure you pay attention to signing up for the board game track if that's something that appeals to you on AdeptiCon's website through the cart. And then you can follow along with us on Beasts of War as well. And if you can't make it to the convention, we'll be live blogging from the event. And I love board games, so that'll be a piece that I'm just going to have to stop by and have a go at because I would be all about checking out something quirky that I've never heard of. So that's a really fun angle to check out as well. So thanks so much again for the time, and look forward to seeing you guys at the show.
Thank you.